As a kid, I was just like riddled with anxiety all the time, and that was a huge problem. I picked up alcohol and weed when I was 12 years old, and after that it was just off to the races. It really didn't stop for me. People in school would, smoke weed on the weekends with like their brothers, and for me it was just daily, constant, all the time. And I remember, being in high school and everyone was talking about going to college and, going on with their lives, and I was just like, that stuff was just so far removed from my life. It was like that stuff didn't even apply to me. It was just all about drinking, getting high at that point. And that's kind of how it progressed until I was about 18 years old. I tried a pill, an opiate pill, and it started off very slowly, and then like months later I realized I was addicted, and heroin was presented to me. It was cheaper and easier and stronger, and my brother was a heroin addict for years, and I thought he was the most disgusting human being ever. I didn't agree with him. I didn't like him. I told him that to his face. And then, it was just a line that I never in a million years thought I would cross. And I did. I mean, it was just like that, My life was just heroin from there on out. And that lasted for years until, I was back at my parents' house, of course, again. And I had overdosed, and my dad found me in the bathroom. My mom had found a treatment center across the country, and she wanted me to go. They had actually been calling me for a whole year, and I'm like, yeah, I'll make it, I'll be there next week. And I just could never make it. I could never actually make it there. And we pulled up to the airport, and my mom, she's an enabler, she doesn't get it, and that's okay. She's like, you know what, you don't have to go. And at first it was like, oh my God, yes, like I get to stay home, That was one of the most defining moments in my recovery, was I had a brief moment of clarity of, if I don't go, I will die. And it was just like that, really quick, really sudden, and I acted on it. I got on the plane, I got to treatment. I wasn't willing to do more than 30 days. But then the first 30 days of my recovery and treatment, I was still convinced that time was what I needed. And then I found myself in treatment for 30 days, and I was miserable. I wasn't doing anything that I came there to do. And people started calling me out on it. The staff started calling me out, and they started telling me the truth, and it really hurt, and I hated them. It forced me to take a look within at this addiction is so much more than just being physically addicted to heroin. It's the way that I treat people and the way that I present myself and act in my life. As a result, I have 3.5 years sober, and I couldn't be happier for someone who was so riddled with fear and anxiety, and it just ran their whole life. Today I get to live a really, really cool life.